Alright, welcome back everyone. New project day. Got the Dolphin Island Starlight reading nook. It's evidently sort of a book nook, and it's got, like, evidently that back panel is twinkles, is sort of what I'm gathering from the picture. No real info on the front or the back, really. It's pretty much jump in and see what you get. I don't even think anything, nothing. So, I guess that's what we'll do. While I'm doing this, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models, having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And since I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube, I know y'all will provide me with nothing but the best of options. I've got a couple in the pipeline that I'm really excited about, and I think you're really going to enjoy, so those should pop up in the next week or two. But in the meantime, got pretty good pictures. No pictures, just drawings on the instruction manual. Not bad. I don't mind those as long as they're clear, and these do look pretty clear, so that's good. Okay, got our stack of goodies here, and free sample of the old B7000 medium viscosity. You know, you can read there, all written on there. I don't know if it's the same, different, looks like a different branding, different font and everything, but maybe the same. So, well, yeah, GSE, same company makes them. Okay, may give that a try. And some other glue. So if you don't like that glue, you've got this glue, or vice versa. Some tweezers, straight and warped and misaligned, so, you know, not exactly high quality, but, you know, they were free, so you really can't complain too much about them. Yeah, let's see what's in this bag of goodies here. Got some fine material, several pieces of nothing wrapped in them, it's just the material. Got a little gold, I think it's just links, I don't think it's actually chain. Yeah, they're just rings. And a piece of cardstock. Fairly thin cardstock, but still, I think, qualifies. These are just, I guess it's curtains, what I'm assuming it's going to be. I see some of those in the background in one of the pictures. And then our PCB board with all its, okay, got a little, okay, acrylic sheet here. And then our PCB, looks like, okay, that's another light there. Power supply. It looks like it's got a Type-C plug there, so I like that. And it doesn't appear to be a touch sensor. I think it's. We gotta get this out and take a closer look. Let's see a switch on it offhand. Got our lights, our battery pack, and then this one, yeah, that, I'm assuming that's the switch, but it's got a LED on the back of it. I don't see any apparent touch sensor circuitry anywhere, so that'll be a different situation. Maybe it's just on off. Maybe it may not even be a touch and go thing. Okay, distracted there a little bit. Let's pop this away. Take a look at our pieces. Let's see, you have at least seen it's, okay, books. They are peel and sticks on our paper here, so don't have to cut anything out, it looks like. Books and papers and textures, paintings. Alright. Now let's take a look at what's in this stack. Has to come in over here. And got a little clear sheet, a dust cover, I'm assuming. Plants and records and record albums covers, it looks like, on this one. No, that's these. This must be just extra books and posters or something. And now to the actual sheets. Already got pieces wanting to jump out, ready to get assembled. Doesn't look like there's that many pieces on it, so that should be a reasonably quick build. You still got to make those books, but that shouldn't be too much trouble since they're peeling sticks. Okay, got another piece jumped out on me, but they do get the bonus points for putting them in alphabetical order. So I don't know why I like seeing that, but I just do. But okay, so that's everything that came with it. I'm gonna grab the first few pieces and we'll get going on this thing and see, we'll get a little bit done tonight and see what kind of form we're taking. So be right back with that. Alright, well, the good news is they're starting us off on the standard boilerplate stuff, so just gonna let us make all our books before we get going. So that's a good thing to start off on the first day. And on this batch I painted all the edges white. I did about 10 of the second batch white because most of them are generally put into bookcases, so I don't really think it's important to paint all of them white. Get started on the right thing. And we'll just do a few of them here. We'll see how they fit, and then I'll zip through the rest to see how. Sometimes they fit perfect, sometimes they're a little sloppy. That first one is pretty darn good. Get a tray out for them. Hopefully they'll all be as cooperative. There's a little overhang, but it's still pretty close. That's, I will say, sometimes they're just barely even on there. That's good. I guess I can do all of these and couple the first couple of small ones, then I'll kick it into high gear. Okay, I need to leave a little extra overhang on the front side. It looks like I'm not quite making it. Get my eye in on the. I got the coyote outside I just heard. Dogs lost most of their hearing, so I don't think they'll be conversing with it. Sounds like the neighbor's dog, are having a conversation with it. I say this is the peril of doing a book-based book nook. They always seem to have plenty of these to make. But that's a lot easier. And when I first started doing these, like I said, just a couple of years ago, it was literally had to glue each individual book in place, and that was a pain. That most of them come adhesive now is a blessing. That was almost enough for me to walk away from the first book nook where I'd put a drop of super glue on, sort of anchor it in place, then come back later and wrap it. I'd glue all over everything at that point, my fingers anyway. Okay, so that's all the big books. Let's see how the little books line up on our stickers. Looks like somebody put that one on crooked. Wish I could blame somebody else, but y'all just saw me do it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Gonna be pretty precise on these two, so I think do this one and we'll kick it into high gear, and I won't make you watch the rest of them in real time. Well, they're coming out pretty nice. So let's speed it up and see how quick we can get done. Okay, they left us 4 spare stickers. I don't think there was any other. Yeah, that's where the books all came out of, and there's no extras laying around, so just had some 4 extra stickers in case you messed them up, I guess. But they all did seem to fit pretty good on the ones I got on there straight. I actually picked one up crooked right off the bat, but pretty good representations of books, I thought. It's always nice when the stickers you actually do fit on there without having huge overhangs. Okay, now I'm supposed to make our reading books, or opening books. I think these are, looks like they got, I don't know if it's going to show on camera, but it looks like they've been scored and ready to be folded, so let's see how it goes. It says go out first, and a little pressure on these to make sure you line them up, because once they're stuck, they're pretty well stuck. When they go the pages that go glue to glue. Okay, I got glue on. I got pretty good pages, and the glue's on our outside edges there. And we're supposed to somehow hold that together while we get this one, get our cover off. Okay, and hopefully it lines up good for us. We're sticking glue to glue, so it's a one-shot deal on there. Missed it a little bit there, but pretty good book looking thing there. Yeah, that's fair representation. And now we'll find out if the luck or skill or not, because we get to do it again. Okay. But there's just 2 of them on there, so we still got to go that one first. I think I got a little bit off on that one. But it still came together pretty good. Alright. One more cover. Up there, wrap you around. Okay, Still a little crooked on the mounting, but the important bit is there. Alright. Okay. Now, over to our cardstock. And these are supposed to be magazines through here, so that's pop these loose here. And get out my old Gorilla Super Glue pen. I think this will be ideal for this. It's got to fold them in half and glue them, it says. So just put a drop of glue right there in the middle, and we should be. Make sure I get the cover of the magazine showing. Actually, that one doesn't really have. Some of them have actual titles and stuff, so. This should be good for dispensing a single drop of super glue for that. That's what it's designed for, really. Okay, or not. I thought that would stick pretty instantly. Okay, there it went. Apply pressure from both sides. Okay, no cover on this one either, so I'm going to move you over. Up in there, and the pressure from both sides. Maybe that was my issue. Nope, I'm just not giving it long enough. There you go. Maybe it takes two shots. Okay, this one. Okay, yeah, they got it set up where you can't mess it up, because if you even fold it the wrong way, you still got the cover on it. Well, I'm sure I could find a way to mess it up if I tried hard enough. But do a couple of them. Move it. Okay. Seems like I just gotta hit it twice every time. Okay, maybe I should be using the B7000 in clamps. That might be easier. But it seems to be sticking, like I say, the second time every time. Generous on that one. Alright, so we got our magazines. And supposed to make our records. Evidently, all the records are supposed to be halfway out of their covers. Now, I'm just barely old enough to remember records, but I don't remember us storing them that way. They're supposed to go something like this. I am going to, where do I start? I had lost, oh there it is. Clean the burrs off here. I believe I am going to go to the B7000 for this part, just to, cause I think that will make life a little bit easier on us. Tweezers out. Something else make my life easier. And I just had another thought. I'm looking. Records aren't supposed to be white on the side. I just happened to look over and see my Sharpie sitting right there. Boom. I'm only going to do half of it. If I remember to look at that half when I glue it in place. Okay. Now, let's see if I can't do a little mass production here. Get my covers. There. Albums. Trying to think. Let's see how they're. I think the sample size of B7000 works. Okay, it evidently doesn't seal once you unseal it. Interesting. Yeah, okay, to line up that black bit, I am going to have to do them individually, though, I noticed now. Okay, so you... So... Make sure I get them coming out the... Actually, they come out... They're supposed to come out the side, from what I remember, but I think for this presentation, we're going to do it at the top. I have them all different heights in and out, I think. Maybe a little variety when it's all said and done. Okay. So like that. Just barely peeking out. Okay, and I think I'm almost out of that glue, so not much comes. It truly is a sample size. Fortunately, I got the real size left over, so I'm gonna have a little bit of the central piece showing on that one. Okay. I think that's, like I said, that gets our sort of boring stuff out of the way, so I think I'm going to call that a night. Maybe a little bit short, but I guess it depends on how fast I speed up the book construction. But yeah, I think because we'll move into the actual build tomorrow. That gets us, like I said, that gets all our books and records, and other books and magazines all taken care of. So I say we don't have to worry about that ever again on this build. So that might speed the build up to after in the long run. But I say I'm going to call that it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel over there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel up top there. That's what YouTube thinks you should be watching. And this will be the playlist for this build once I get a second video up. I'll see you tomorrow.